In pack 7 of the DC-3, we are going to be working on the tail section. So looking at page 103 of your instructions, you'll notice that we have 6 frets, okay, with wood. And as you've got here, you've got the frets here, and we've got one little tiny small one in the box, okay. Now the one that we want is this one here, which is 6A and 6A1, 6A2 and so forth, and this makes up the main structure of the tail. So first of all, as we've always done, remove these parts from the fret carefully, clean up any edges, okay, one at a time, and then carefully up until we get to about step 5, glue the parts together, okay, and then we'll come back and we'll continue with a few more parts, adding parts as we build the tail section up, okay. Now, if you followed the steps carefully from 1 to 6, you should have used up all of the parts on that fret up from 6A1 all the way up to 6A12, with 6A12 being these last 2 parts here, okay. So once you've done that, making sure that everything's nice and straight, allow that to fully dry, and next we're going to be moving on to steps 7 onwards, where we are going to be working on the stabilizer, okay. So you're going to need the fret ready for that, and this is going to be the B fret. So we've got 6B onwards, 6B1, okay. So once again, carefully following your instructions, okay, start to assemble with 6B1 and 6B2, making sure that they're set at 90 degrees properly, and then carefully adding 6B3, 6B4, 6B5 and 6B6 and so forth until we're up to step 13, where we have the completed rear stabilizer, okay. Now, as you can see here, we're up to step 9, okay, and as you can see, we've just got to the point where we've added 6B7 and 6B8 here. Now, next, continue from steps 10 to 15, where we will come back with another progress report on where we are up to. Now, as you can see, we've completed up to step 15, and we've also shown here step 16, where we've curved the front of the leading edge here, okay, between 61 and 62 parts, All right, now once you've done that, part 17 or step 17, take 6C1 and just test fit that into position before you go ahead and glue it, and exactly with the same parts as C50 and C51, which are the metal parts, making sure that they fit nicely along that line. Okay, and once you're happy with those, glue those down into position and then continue with the steps up to steps 27, whereas from steps 28 we will then be adding the stringers. Okay. Now, if you follow the instructions, you should be up to stage or steps 27 on page 108 of your DC-3. Okay, and on this you should have all the wings and all the ribs. Okay, and the next thing that we need to do from steps 28 and 29 is to add all the stringers. So once again, go ahead and add all the stringers. Okay, to the tops, the bottoms and the sides, and then after that we're going to be moving on to the rear rudder. So working up to step 29, we've now put all the stringers on the tops, the bottoms and the sides as per the instructions, and we've also added the metal part SD51, which goes here. Okay, once you've done that, get some modelling filler and just fill where the gaps are as per your instructions on step 32. Okay, and once you've done that, just put that aside ready for painting. Next, from steps 33, okay, up to step 38, we're going to be attaching the rear rudder. So get all the parts removed from the fret, clean them all up, okay, and then start assembling the rear rudder. Now once you've done that and you've followed steps up to 34, on step 35 take parts C42 and C41 and glue those down into position. Okay, now while the glue is drying, take the 0.8mm diameter brass rod that was supplied and pass that down through the holes, okay, and just making sure it's just a test fit, okay, and till that dries. And then once you're happy and that's thoroughly dry, just remove the brass rod, place that back for safekeeping for the future, okay. And then next, in step 37, once you're happy, like I said, that it's completely dry, start sanding the surfaces, making sure that everything is smooth, okay, and also making sure that you've got a bit of a small radius, okay. So you're going to be removing this, so you're going to get a bit of a radius on there, okay, ready for the plating that's going to be fitted at a later stage, okay. Now after this, we're then going to be priming and painting everything green, as we've done in the previous steps, and that is going to be in step 38. So when we come back, we'll have it all painted, and we'll then be moving on with step 39, where we'll be then adding the aluminium panels. Now, as you can see, we've painted the woodwork and all the framework, and we've started laying the panels onto the kit, okay, in the real tail section. So continue laying the panels down as per the following steps in this pack, and then once you've done that, make sure that everything is nicely cleaned up, and then put that aside ready for the next pack.